What happens with these old brass floats is they get little pinhole leaks, end up filling up with gas, always act as if they're flooded. So that's one of the things with brass floats over time. So after they get gutted, and yeah, jets are gonna do some better days. Alright, well, you're going up to this point, you open it up, you're gonna be full of shit. It's 50 or 70 years old, somewhere around there. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna acid dip it, let it sit, clean it out the best you can, blow it out with compressed air, but it's not enough. Alright, you want to do, get a cheap gun bore cleaning kit, copper bristles, brass bristles, something ain't gonna damage the passageways, and clean everything. And I mean every passageway you got in these things, right? Once again, acid dip it, clean it, compress air, let it dry. Also, what you're gonna want to do is clean all your gasket maintenance surfaces. Takes out wet sandpaper, steel wool, whatever you got. Just because you know what? If it ain't skin to skin, it ain't going in. What brought me to embark on this carb rebuild is the Farmall would run, and after a couple of minutes it would die out, leading me to think it was flooding out. So, put the old float on, and it's supposed to be at 1 5/16 rusting. Obviously that's not the case. Full droop, it's supposed to be 1 15/16 full droop. Releasing that needle valve, dumping fuel in. I'd say that's a little bit more than 1 15/16. So, we've been rebuilt this before. Obviously didn't set the parameters right for the float. So here we go. Alright, quick and to the point. Grab a 7/16 socket. You got your needle valve. You got your needle valve seat and the gasket that came with it. Screw that down tight, because if you don't, you're going to have fuel leaking all around it and flooding out your carb. Now that your seat is screwed down tight, you're going to take your needle valve. See that little rubber tip, right? And drop it right on in. Okay. And adjust the fuel flow. When it's up, let it in. When it's closed like that, it stops the flow. This is a brass float. These can't go bad. They get little pinholes over time sometimes, and it fills up with fuel, and you just constantly flood. So check it before you put these back in. You want that little fin down because that adjusts your drop. You get your new float axle. So you have to thread that in there first. Alright, adjusting the float. Now that you got that axle in there, right, you gotta pinch this tab right there. Hold it in place. Well, as much as it can. Anyway, from the bottom of the casting, you're gonna be 1 5/16 to the top of that float. Okay, see how that one is? This one's about 1 1/4 inches, so I gotta bend this one down because I already adjusted that one. But when you're doing it, you're gonna want to pinch right here, levitating it so it's not hitting that needle valve. You're gonna want to bend this separately into place. Just get it to that 1 5/16 setting. Alright, so like I said, you're gonna want to pinch it here, right in the middle, bend this down separately. Okay, just tweak it. It's enough. Let's check it. Perfect. Okay, that's all you're gonna want to do. Alright, now that you get your resting measurement set, now you gotta just get your full droop set. Way out of whack. Alright, you're gonna measure from the cast to this point right here. Should be 1 15/16, almost 2 inches. You got some adjusting to do, boys. A bit more than 1/8. Come on, girl. There we go. There we go. We'll call that good. 1 5/16. 1 5/16. Alright. Let's check the full droop. Alright, so see I did the final adjustment. Now, here's the needle valve, right? It's going to close the fuel from coming in. As the fuel gets low, oh, shouldn't be sticking, but there you go. Let's fuel in. Alright, fills it back up. Close it as it should. Sure, once there's fuel in there, you know, that rubber will get a little slick and it ain't going to stick in there, so I wouldn't worry about it. Half's all set. Something to note, this is Ventura, this does come out one end smaller than the other, so what happens is the fuel comes in, as it comes in it vaporizes out, right? I want to take your gasket, plop it right on there, okay, nice and clean, set this aside, it's all set for now. Alright, next is your idle jet, alright, get these little threads right here, don't be freaking Hercules on this, you can snap and twist right off, so you're going to put it down nice and snug, get a screwdriver, put it straight in there. Alright, next is your fuel adjuster needle or your main seat. So it's going to thread right in here. I don't know if you have to put thread tape on it or not, but I'm gonna. And I don't know, this stuff's specifically made for gas, natural gas, kerosene and stuff, so wrap a little bit of this on there and thread it right on there. Fuel adjuster needle. Yeah, thread that in there and bottom it out. Don't go Hercules on this bitch, you can bend it. Alright, some guys say go out 2 3/4 turns, other ones say go out 3. I'm just gonna go out 3, you can always adjust it later. Just so I don't fuck up, I like to mark it. Mark one end. There you go. Come on. 1, 2, 3. That's it. Next, install your new plug. To get to that hole, you have a little brass punch. Pop it out. There's the old one. Alright, next, your idle metering jet. You have a little gasket that goes on there. You thread it right in there. Alright, 7/16. Just snug it on down. Alright, now you're going to want to grab your spring. Put it right inside there. Get the little ball detent. And there your shaft rides on in that little groove. Okay. Underneath the groove on this hook. Okay. Now, it's tough. You have to compress it. Right? Press that because it's under the spring pressure. Put this blade in. I'll show you. This top half up like this towards that notch. Alright, you're going to take your 2 screws and button it down. What I did was put a little bit of anti-seize in the shaft where it goes in these bushings right here. Just because, you know, it goes way down over time, throwing up and down. Alright, with the gasket in place, put it together. Alright, grip. Alright, so you put your 4 bolts in with the lock washers, torque them down. Now take it, flip it upside down to make sure you can hear that float, releasing, and set them back. That way it's not snagging on the sides of the Ventura. Also, while you're at it, make sure your choke plate is over nice and smooth. Alright. Grab your fuel line inlet with the screen. Put the gasket on. Put it right inside here. Alright, now for your air adjustment screw. You get that spring, that little retainer. You're going to screw that in all the way to its seats and back it out 1 turn. Next is your throttle stop screw. It's going to screw in right over here on top. Seat it, and then you're going to screw it out 1.5 turns. Next, install the bowl drain right here. It's just 2-piece. Unscrew that, all your fuel is going to come out. Next, install your throttle butterfly shaft in here. Alright, in between the stop and the other stop. Put the butterfly in the slot. Spin it. And put your 2 bolts in.